Well, first and foremost, I am a diehard fan of Downton Abbey, but I have a indirectly a professional relationship with it because I worked at WGBH for 10 years, and it was one of many, Masterpiece was one of many projects that I worked on, but not Downton Abbey. And it also is a case study, a mini case study in my new book called Transmedia Marketing. Period pieces never seem to go out of style as much as the mores feel like they do, and I think it's because period pieces allow us to transport ourselves into a new place, so there's an adventure in that. But when the plot and the characters are really well developed and we relate to them, then there's this comfort of saying, I can still relate. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Television and social media are great bedfellows, and Downton Abbey is a fantastic example of how they can play with each other. And what Downton Abbey did exquisitely between each season is work off of some of the frenzy that was already coming out of the UK, because it aired in the fall there first and then here in January, and extend the reach of the content. So there were behind the scenes, there were characters on Twitter feeds that were official characters, there were unofficial characters created by audience members, there were chats, there were first 10 minutes of the first season for 10 minutes up on Facebook to whet people's appetites, and there was this two-way conversation that audiences had with all things Downton. And by including the audience in it through your social feed, and through all sorts of other spheres, people felt like they were a character in Downton Abbey. This was the right time for the final season of Downton Abbey for a couple of reasons. One, you always want to leave when they want more. You know, the old adage is true. And secondly, Violet was not going to be part of the sixth season, so without the Dowager, she was the fulcrum of this. So without it, I think it would have started to be a pale imitation of its former self. I think that Downton isn't done yet. When you look at the merchandise and the books and the vacations to England to see Highclere Castle, and still, you know, we're still in season 6, it will carry on for some period of time. Plus, there's talk that there might be a Downton Abbey film, feature film, and so we'll see how that works. I mean, it happened with Sex and the City, who knows?